along with me as we talk about one of the most powerful commanders from last year, putting in work in all kinds of formats, but giving you a great commander deck. And the whole thing, less than $100. This is a budget brew of Atraxa Grand Unifier. 3 green, white, blue, black. We get a 7/7 with Flying Vigilance, Death Touch, and Lifelink. When it enters the battlefield, reveal the top 10 cards of your library. For each card type, you may put a card of that type from among the revealed cards into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom in a random order. So potentially a huge blocker attacker that draws you 7, 8, or 9 cards, more likely 3 or 4. That's just the kind of thing you need in a budget deck as the game progresses and you're starting to run out of cards. So what are we doing here? We're playing things like Mist Meadow Witch, we're going to pay 4, and slow blink something. We're playing Spirited Companion, early blocker that draws a card. We're playing a card that's coming back to standard, but was awesome in Kaladesh Draft, Cloud Blazer. When it enters, gain 2 life, draw 2 cards. We're playing Yasharn, Implacable Earth. The big pig finds you a forest and a land, and it prevents sacrificing and paying life to kind of slow the game down to a point where you're definitely in it. And of course, we're playing Brago, King Eternal. Now, if you haven't figured it out yet, this is a blink deck. The best thing about a deck like this is it gets better and better every single set that gets released, because inevitably there's draft commons and uncommons with great value for draft and for commander that won't set you back a big penny. We're going to play Explore the Underdark. Not only does it get you 2 lands, but you get to take the initiative, which means you get to find a 3rd land if this is the first time you do it. Of course, we need a ton of blink spells, so we're playing Cloud Shift. Ephemerate might be the most expensive non-Atraxa card in the entire deck, but it's so worth it. We're playing Ghostly Flicker because we want to do this to a bunch of things. Maybe you haven't even heard of Lae'zel's Acrobatics. Nothing like rolling some dice to see what you're blinking. And of course, we need lots of permanents of a bunch of different types so we can get tons of value. We're playing Oath of Jace. You can blink this over and over again. Draw 3, discard 2 is always a great way to churn through your deck. We're playing Oath of Kaya. Gives you a bit of protection, and you get to Lightning Helix something every time it comes into play. At some point, we're going to be drawing tons of cards, and we're going to want to decide what we draw. So we're playing Abundance. I did not realize how cheap this card was, but guaranteeing that you're always making your land drop or that you are always finding the next piece of heat is amazing. A couple other enchantments we might play. Birth of the Imperium, and probably the most underrated card in the whole deck, the Golden Argosy. Sure, you got to attack with it, but you're going to put all your crew in this thing because they're going to come back at your end step, untapped, ready to block, and you're going to get tons of value every turn. So Atraxa Grand Unifier, lots of card types, lots of really cool cards to play. This is a great way to beat your opponent's face in, and it's super cheap. Check out the comments for the deck list. Hope this helps.